There's so much variables in food, and there's so many variables with us humans that are preparing the meal. And with that in mind, your meal can never come out looking the same way as it did last time. And people's expectation that it has to be the same every time is what created this GMO food experience we're having. And so if we can all get comfortable with variables and things not always being perfect and ebbs and flows, if we can all become a little more flexible with food, I think we can become more flexible in our lives, and things can get lighter for all of us.
Whitney, I have goosebumps listening to you say this because I think, we are living through times where their temperatures are so out of control, people are so angry, and they're not actually accepting that maybe a little bit of flexibility and giving people a little bit of leeway, just lowering that temperature is so important. But I'm glad you also mentioned what handmade food looks like. It doesn't look consistent, and you're right, it doesn't come out of a factory that's just making widgets, a million of them a day. And that sometimes means for in our case, it sometimes means that the halva could be a little bit oily because we're not packing it with palm oil, or the consistency, you won't have the same amount of chocolate chips or pistachios in every batch. We fold this through. We make every product by hand. And you'd be amazed. I've had people complain to me before, I'm not kidding. Oh, I bought your chocolate chip halva and there weren't the same amount of chocolate chips in my piece as on your website. I'm not kidding. And I'm like, yeah, I know, it's because it's handmade and I don't control or count every chocolate chip that goes into every slice, but is it still delicious? Like, can we just leave it at that?
Yeah, you are experiencing, I think, what anyone experiences in the food industry. Until you're on the other side, you don't understand. But hopefully it's allowing us to be a little lighter and more flexible in life, which will naturally, I hope, extend to the other people around us.
Yeah.
But I hope this is supporting anyone who's listening who has been frustrated with their restaurant experiences as of late. And when you see in the news that a lot of places are going more, how do you explain it? They're trying to create more systems, like Sweet Green, which is in New York, which is in California, which started in Washington, D.C. They're trying to bring more tech into creating your salad because they're trying to remove humans from it so you can have the consistency that you so desire. But I promise you, when you remove the human touch, the flavor is going to change. And you might not enjoy it as much because it's that touch. It's the human experience connection with food that also adds to the flavor of what you're eating.
Oh, 100%. And I'm all in. I think we all understand that a convenient to go salad when you're in a rush. I eat a sweet green salad all the time when I'm on the road, or I'm busy. But I'm always amazed when I meet someone who literally never makes their own salad dressing or buys, anyone. Sorry, I'm sounding a little bit judgy. I'm sorry, but like I would never buy a salad dressing because why, when it takes you 30 seconds just to squeeze some tahini and a lemon and something a little bit homemade, there's a creative expression there, and there's some sort of moment of consciousness and just presence in your meal and engaging with the food, thinking about where it comes from, preparing it. That's all sort of, for me, that's part of a small way of meditating. And people are probably laughing at me because I'm not a meditator. I'm a very busy, talk too much person. But honestly, preparing a salad at home and just chopping those vegetables, thinking about some connection to the farm where the vegetables were grown, thinking about what it takes. My husband's actually a farmer. Or his parents grew up on a farm, and he grew up on a farm. So I'm very also aware of the labor and the heartache that it takes to grow our food. So having a moment to think about that by cooking and engaging with it yourself is so meaningful.